Well, it has been yet another 6 months, so that means it is once again time for an updated game room tour, which takes place between this room, somewhat of that room, and the entirety of that room. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The final game room tour for 2024. So this is the main room, basically a quick overview. This is where the majority of gaming gets done at. I have everything set up here, PlayStation 5 all there, Xbox stuff there, more PlayStation there, Nintendo there, and then my gaming PC area, which we'll get into in a second. But first, I really want to show off this specific wall art. I absolutely love this. I think this is so perfect for the game room. When I got it, I was like, oh, I had to put it up somewhere. This is my dinner. It's going to be 21 sugar cookies and a box of Walmart chicken. Go boy dinner, I guess that's what it's called. So first off right here, I'm not happy with this. I am not happy with this at all. So initially I thought it was going to be really, really cool having all the PlayStation 5 stuff here and having everything out on display. But it turns out I'm actually not the biggest fan of that. So going into next year, after Christmas is done, because my girlfriend and I, we still have to do our personal Christmas on our own. We're going to Las Vegas in a couple days, so we're not going to be able to do that probably for another week and a half. But anyways, my plan for next year is to move, and this is all going to be done in a video, by the way, is to move all of this stuff here, these two, onto that bookcase. I'm going to take the PlayStation 4 stuff, and it's going to live right here in the middle. And I'm going to take the PlayStation 3 stuff, and it's going to live right here. And then all of this is going to go up all of there. And the plan for that is move all of this PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, Vita, and PSP stuff up to here. I feel like that's going to look so much better. I also plan to get a second bookcase or another bookcase to put right here in the corner once the Christmas tree is gone. I'm going to pull these down so it meets with the door, and then the bookcase is going to go there. That's going to go a little further over. And then I don't know what I'm going to put there yet, but I know I want it and I know I'm going to do something with it. And then, of course, the Xbox stuff, much more organized, much more clean. I'm not really too sure how much more I could optimize this. I have some ideas, but I'm not in a rush. And then this is like the newest centerpiece of like the entire game room. I finally got a TV mount. It has been so long just sitting it on these bookcases actually, or this TV stand when I was still at my childhood bedroom. But now I got a nice TV stand. The cable management was a lot better, but it started to droop. I gotta go back and redo that. Again, that'll be on the updated game room tour, or not game room tour, but the updated game display video for next month. I really need to fix this. I don't like how it looks. It's starting to make me chaotic. I need to organize it all. But anyways, you got the PlayStation 5 Pro here, which gets a lot of use. The PlayStation 3 OG, which gets a lot of use. The Switch, which is getting more use now than it was. The, my original PlayStation 3 from childhood. My original Xbox 360 from childhood, and the Series X, which is ironically getting more use now than ever before, mostly because of Indiana Jones. I am still playing it. It is such a good game. Anyways, going on over here, we got Spyro up there. That's a constant in my game room. He's always somewhere. Up here, we got some Squish and some Spider-Man and some Sonic stuff, which I love it so much. Right here, like I said, PlayStation 4 stuff. It's kind of getting messy at this point. I need to do something with it, and I need to dust all this anyways. So it's time to, next month or early February, get into it. Then here again, the Switch stuff, it could be so much better. It's just chaos. That's my backpack, which is an everyday carry, which I will make a YouTube short about at some point. This is the setup, by the way, for Playbyte. Actually, let me turn on my PC. And once my PC is on, I'll show you everything else in its full antiquity quality. Anyways, right up here, this is a Christmas gift. I need to put that in the back room. This is some statues and stuff that I just keep up here on display at all times. Some wall art, Sonic, Iron Man, Sonic, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Rogue, and so forth. But this part I think is really, really cool because it's really personalized to me, and you don't actually see it that much in videos, but I wish there was a way that you could. I've been considering different methods of filming Playbyte. 1 second, I just gotta put in my password here. I've been considering different ways to film Playbyte. I have been, just every Playbyte gets filmed from right here facing this way, but I have been considering doing it facing this way just to see what it looks like. I think I'm going to experiment with that going into the new year. It worries me because of all the computer stuff being everywhere. By the way, I get a lot of comments about this live wallpaper. I'm not sure if I can link it, but if I can, it's going to be linked in the comments down below, or not the comments, but the description of the video itself. If you've ever wondered how I actually do my videos, it's all right here for the editing, thumbnail, and all that. If it's going to be a video that's just using my voice and gameplay, it gets edited on the iPad Pro. This is the 2020 iPad Pro. It's the last one that did not have an M chip. If you're into computers at all, you kind of know the M chip is kind of the cream of the crop. You cannot get any better than the cream or M. Oh my God. You cannot get any better than the M chip in, ARM computing. But this is the M1 MacBook Pro. It was a fully spec'd out version of when it came out, which was, I believe, the end of 2020, because I got it at the beginning of 2021. It is unfortunately showing its age. It slows down a lot these days, so I am looking to upgrade next year to the M4 Max, or if it comes out in time by the time I get ready to go and buy it, the M4 Ultra. I'm just gonna max it out and then just like not have to buy a new computer again as far as like competitive or creative stuff goes until at least 2030. I got way more use out of this than I thought I would, but the problem comes in with DaVinci Resolve and Final Cut Pro. They're starting to add a bunch of features in, and now this is just, it's slowing down too much because it doesn't have enough RAM to really do all that. I regret it so much. I maxed out everything on it, storage, all that, but I still went with the 8 gigabytes of RAM. I should have maxed that out and I wouldn't be having to buy a new one, but it is what it is. This is the mouse that I use for it. It's a Gundam mouse. I love Gundam so much, so this is really right up my alley. I got this keyboard because it matched the mouse, but honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm probably going to switch it to a 75% keyboard because it's really hard to like not have any of the other stuff, the numpad, or not really the numpad, but the arrow keys and all that. Even though I can use it over here, it's just, I don't want that hassle. Here's my journal. I journal all the time. Lego set I need to build. And then my main PC gaming setup. Let me exit out of all this nonsense, especially GOG. I don't know what it is about GOG and EA. They feel like more shovelware than actual use. But this is the setup right here. It's all Sonic themed. If you didn't know, I actually really like Sonic. If it wasn't obvious, I really like Sonic. But yeah, that's pretty much the main game room. Gaming chair, I'm probably gonna have to get a new one here in the next year or two because it's starting to tear on all ends. Really sad. But it was the Miles Morales one. I really enjoyed it. And it's a comfortable chair, but I think the next time I go get a chair, since I used them for so long, and I make good money now. When I got this chair, I was fresh out of college, so my money wasn't like that. But now I'm up into the six figures, so it's time to get something great. Herman Miller is probably going to be what I get the next time because I can buy the Herman Miller chair one time and then not have to update it again for like 10, 15 years, however long it takes for the chair to break. Update on this. So let me turn on the light here. Last time I had mentioned that this was peeling, so it still continued to peel. So too long didn't read. This apartment, the maintenance people come in like once a year to spray everything down and just like I forget the word it is, but it just basically, I need to do dishes, ignore that. That's burnt from the air fryer, ignore that. But it basically, they wipe everything down to keep it looking brand new and clean all the time, once a year. But last year they used a different substance and it was an oxidized. So the paint that they put on in the finish is kind of going through and you're starting to see the original marble of it, which I think it looks a lot better. I wish they would just let me strip it, but they're not. And that's lame. Anyways, moving on, going all the way back here. This is the room, and I'm going to turn on this TV so you can see what it looks like. But this is my bedroom. This is where I sleep. This is where everything else happens at as well. So just as a quick overview of this room, there's a couple things here that wasn't here the last time. The PlayStation Portal, I play this so much, just about like 2 to 3 hours a day. I'm sitting here just like this, playing the PlayStation Portal. I do have the 30th anniversary PlayStation Portal as well. However, this is the one I use mostly because I don't want to risk damaging that one because this one already has a little bit of stick drift, and that's lame. some weights, a yoga mat, and a foam roller. So I work out a lot, like a lot. I run anywhere between 45 to 50 miles a week. And every couple of months, I'm amping that up a little bit more and more because I'm trying to plan for a marathon. So I get a lot of use of the foam roller. I get a lot of use of the yoga mat stretching. And recently, I've dropped the gym and I just have these two. And it's, pretty much just I guess maintaining the muscle that I have by getting more lean as I run more. And then up over here, this is the same TV as last time. Nothing too special, but it looks really good. It's 4K HDR. Everything looks great on it. But what this mostly gets used for, this is the Rogue Ally. I don't think I had it last time. I may have, I don't know. But I basically have this rigged up to here. And it's basically like an emulation machine for me at this point. And then of course the PlayStation Classic, which is just, it just lives in the bedroom now. It still gets a lot of use, but I mean, I have better ways to play the PlayStation 1 now. And then now moving on to the next. Oh wait, let me show you this actually. This is the closet, but I finally organized it a bit since the last time. And now all these game console boxes and wires and stuff that I've had over the years and collector's editions I have no room to place, like Jump Force and Avengers and Wolfenstein, and there's a lot, all right. It finally has a home. All the different PlayStation 5s I have, etc., etc. I am a big fan of organization, and unfortunately, that is not very organized, but as organized as it's gonna get. And now this back room, it was a total mess the last time I was able to show you guys it. Let me go out into the very corner. So the overall plan with this room at this point is to turn it into a very zen, retro, arcadey type room. This is gonna stay because I enjoy taking naps on it. This I have a little bit of a plan for, and I don't know how it's gonna work out, but I want to get a bunch of those little tabletop arcade machines to put on top of here, like the itty bitty mini ones. And I want to get a little carpet, or not carpet, but like a curtain to put around here, around there, to block out the back stuff and just have it looking nice and cool. Get a sun lamp, get a brand new shoe rack thing, one of the ones that have a door on it so you don't see the shoes. I run a lot, so I go through a lot of running shoes. This is just, not all of these are running shoes, of course, but the ones that you see here that are running shoes, these are the running shoes I went through this year. These are my boots. I live in Texas, more on that later, but boots are kind of a staple here. And I have these four Amiibo that I need to take out of here and put in the main room. I just don't know where to do it yet. And then some Valorant stuff. I play a lot of Valorant. I don't main Reyna anymore. I main Deadlock now. But yeah, and get a nice little carpet here, like an arcade style carpet. But that's the plan for that room. I don't know how much different it's going to be come the next time. But for right now, that is where we are at. But now, let's talk about what I plan to do going forward to the next game room. That's right, I said the next game room, not the next time. So I'm finally leaving Texas. I don't know if it's going to be in June or if it's going to be in January of 2026, but I am leaving Texas. It is game over. I am done. This is the end of my time in Texas. But I'm moving to Buffalo, New York, or Buffalo area. I've not decided between Buffalo or Niagara Falls. I have been bidding on a lot of houses over there, and some of them are coming pretty close. Most of the ones in Buffalo, I get pretty close to finalizing on, but then the owners are like, I want a little bit more money, and I'm not giving them more. I was already offered you $400,000. I'm not giving you more. But so this might be the final game room tour here, where it's actually set up as a game room and not just an exit room tour, because I will do an exit room tour. I do have many things planned for this. I'm gonna get a shelf to put on top of here to display my Lego sets in a more civilized manner. The bookcase we talked about there. I'm gonna get a new rug here because this rug I'm just no longer a fan of. I'm gonna completely reorganize and reshelf all this stuff to make it look nice and clean. And hopefully I'm happy with that and it lasts that way until the next time. But like I said, gotta get Christmas out the way first. Over here, hopefully by the next time we do this, so this is gonna still be the same. I'm not changing these two monitors. These monitors are absolutely perfect. And then this is great. It's RTX 3080, so I don't really need to update it anytime soon. But this is where the problem comes in at. I want to get a new monitor. I'm probably gonna get another Omen, but I'm gonna need to get one that I can lower the thing down a lot, because this does not fit in here. But if I can lower this down just a little bit and fit it back in here, get the M4 MacBook Pro, the new one, and then have it routed here, it'll make my YouTubing so much easier, so much easier. I plan to get a new keyboard, and then obviously there's gonna be a lot more wall art and figures and stuff going here, especially when I finally get a chance to go back home and bring my stuff here. But as of right now, that is the plan going forward for this game room. Like I said before, this is more or less for my own documentation so I can look back on it 10, 15 years down into the future. I know you guys enjoy these videos, but I also enjoy making them and being able to see how far I've came over the years. But this is the setup, and I can't complain. I cannot complain. For what it is, this is the cream of the crop for me. This is the best game room I've ever had. I've never known nothing no better. So for now, this is it, and this is the 2024 final game room tour. I will see you again in June or July, and at that point in time, we may be packing up to leave, or it may be the final or second to last game room tour of this place. But either way, I'm leaving Texas. It's coming to an end, and this will be one of the final times that we see this as a game room. And that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next game room tour. Play Bites coming out in the next couple days. Don't forget to go watch the ones that are already out. Try not to die, and I'll see you in the next video.